some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the LSU Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Texas Longhorns. Free A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Longhorns will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So LSU's offense will get the first crack at it here. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200.
He's going for a big play downfield. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
So Texas's offense has the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse. It's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Got enough for the first. On the move at the 30. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They've been running it, but now the pass. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football somewhere.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got an open man. Touchdown, LSU! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Defense wants to bring the heat. They go to the wide receiver screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Get it out to the supersonic guy. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Oh, they're after it! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
He's open on the right. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, LSU! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Here comes the Texas offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. gives it on the option. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Well, it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Off play action. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And coaches and players, a lot of times, they call it instincts. But it's just a knack. It's just a feel. It's something that's inside of you. And this guy consistently feels where the ball's going. That's interception number 8 on the season.
Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the...
Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today. but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over Iowa State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's McNabb. Reaches into the bag of moves and finds his way up to the 31.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, running back on the move. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Longhorns will punt this one away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Running to the left. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. He's got 99 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another.
There he goes. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Makes the grab. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Fit it in the window for the score.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this 1st quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Gives it on the option. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the 1st quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Let's go. Wants to go up top. Pressure pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Bringing the heat. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Running back searching for a hole. Got room at the 35. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The play-action fake. He's got the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to pass. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the 1st half.
Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
Rushes on him. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Breaks into the open. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that first.
Leaves it with the running back. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll send the back in motion. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Oh, a lot of space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Floats it out in space. Oh, he's got some space. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
The Tigers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Trying to rumble in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. 2nd and goal for this offense. Here we go. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
When offense starts to get inside the 5, defensively, I get more and more aggressive. I get closer and closer to my guy. I got to understand that ball comes out.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's McNabb. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll try to get the first through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Under fire. Trying to beat the D deep. And he makes the catch inside the 15.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw time running short in the half. Touchdown Longhorn! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute low to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Got his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Sends it downfield. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot. The flag is down. Let's check the call.
You don't see a lot of OPI, but on that play, the offensive player just way too handsy. He's grabbing, he's working his hands way too much, and that was an easy call for the referees.
He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab down the left side. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And they didn't get him lined up in the middle, so he'll have to knock it through from 54 yards out on the left side. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out. 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
They're going to run it. Crosses the 45. Smashes ahead. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Longhorns come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out quickly. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31. And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's second and long. Pulls and fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Power football with the run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Working that left side now. At midfield, he's got room. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Hand off from the gun. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Going to the ground. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Ball's Inside the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
From the gun, the running back has it. Can't get him to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And the Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll run it from the gun. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Running it to the right. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Well, obviously, this game has not been the best statistically of this guy's career so far, but the important thing is you win. And to do that, they need him to play really well here in the fourth quarter. They're going to keep giving him the football with the lead in this juncture. And this is
picked off. What a play to set him up.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Offense working from the pistol. They'll run it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the field score was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to set up the screen. There he goes. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll give it to him again. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying to run, it's Owens. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work?
Quarterback's just going to take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them